Hey, this is Chad with StreamingMovieBox.com. Today we're going to be looking at the Classic and the Pro version, and we're actually going to be hooking up the Pro version to our TV, and I'm going to show you exactly what you can do with your streaming movie box, which includes streaming movies, TV shows, sports, news, you name it. If it's out there, you can stream it on your box. And just remember, this is from the original company that started the trend. StreamingMovieBox.com is where you can buy the product. Don't be taken by the other imposters out there, because there's lots of them. So today we're going to go ahead and hook this up, and I'm going to show you what you can really do with this product. So let's get started.
Alright, this is the Streaming Movie Box Pro. This is our top of the line product. Comes in a nice packaging, great for gifting. And once you open the box, the first thing you will notice is the actual Streaming Movie Box Pro device. This one actually has an external antenna, which is great for picking up on weak Wi-Fi signals. It has multiple connections around the side for the USB, as well as multiple connections in the back for your TV connection. Go a little bit further into the box, and you'll see that there is a multifunction remote control, a power cord, and an HDMI cable. This is the Streaming Movie Box Classic, which is our entry-level box. It is cheaper than the Pro. It doesn't have quite as much power, but it still performs just as good. But the difference is the processing power, and this one does not have an external Wi-Fi antenna. It still does Wi-Fi signal, but it just doesn't do as great when it comes to Wi-Fi signals that are weak. And this one also has our full function remote control, as well as the power cord and an HDMI cable. First thing you want to do is plug the HDMI cable into the back of your device. Plug in the power cord to the back of the device. Plug in the HDMI cable into the back of your TV. And now let's turn it on. And this should be the screen you see when you first turn on the device. It takes a few seconds to go through the startup process, and you'll see this animation pop up on your screen. And once again, it only takes a couple of seconds. And once this animation is finished, it will take you into the main menu for the Streaming Movie Box Pro. The Classic does the same thing, it just looks a little bit different. Okay, once your Streaming Movie Box is fully booted up, this will be the screen that you're looking at. One of the first things you want to do is get it connected to your network or to the internet. If you are using a wired connection, meaning you have a wire coming from your wireless router or from your router, you can plug it directly into the back of your box, and that's all you have to do. But if you want to do a wireless connection, you have to click on this settings button in the bottom right hand corner. Click on network. Then you'll go to Wi-Fi device, because when it first comes out of the box, it's turned off. So you'll click on that. You'll make sure it's actually click on right there. Once you have it turned on, you'll come back and you'll see that there's a listing of all your wireless networks. You simply select your network, type in the password, and you click this little green button over here to the right. If you're using the wireless keyboard, there's actually an enter button on the keyboard. Once you're connected to your Wi-Fi connection, you'll notice where it has your name, and it'll actually say connected. So once you're connected, you can go back out to the main page and go into this Kodi Media Center. Once you're inside of Kodi, this will be the first screen that you see. It always starts on the sports section, but you can easily swap over to the TVs, movies, or any of the other sections fairly easily. If you go to movies, the first thing you'll notice is that as soon as you go into it, this is actually the new interface for Exodus. And this is the movie streaming platform that we always recommend people use because it's the most reliable. Once you're inside of Exodus, there's lots and lots of options. You can go through the genres, the years. You can search for certain people. There's lots of things, even down to the most popular, what's in the box office, what's currently in the theater. So if you go under, let's say for instance, my wife and I like to go to the year, and we just go ahead and choose like a certain year that we want to find a movie in. And like for instance, I've been wanting to see this movie called Split, which looks very interesting. So we can choose that. What happens is Exodus immediately goes out and tries to find the fastest, most reliable streaming provider for this particular movie, and that's what you can see it doing here. Sometimes it may take 20 to 30 seconds for it to go out and communicate with all the servers, but what it will do is come back and give you the best provider. So you'll see it kind of going through, flashing up there. So here we go. So now the movie started. So it has went out, communicated with the server, and then brought that back to us so we can start watching the movie. So there's that movie. All right, let's go back here and let's see what else we can do. You can also go down here to people search, and this is actually where you can search for particular actors and actresses. So we'll do like a search for Tom Hardy, which is one of my favorite actors. And then if we do a search, it will go out and find him. And here's his picture, here's his name. If you click on this, it will show you every movie or TV show that this particular actor or actress has been in. And one of my favorite movies is Mad Max, so we can click on this. Same thing happens. It goes out, communicates with the different servers. You give it a few seconds, and once it comes back, the movie will automatically begin once it's found, once again, the fastest and most reliable server for you to communicate with. And of course, the faster your internet connection, the better this works, because these are HD movies primarily that you're going to be watching here. So give it a second, and the movie should be starting. There you go. So now the movie started right here. So this is Mad Max, and great quality as well, HD quality. So we'll go ahead and stop that. Let's go back, and if you go back, you can also look under TV shows. This is another popular section, and here you can sort by genre, so you can look under comedies, family, history. Doesn't matter what it may be. There's lots and lots of categories. But normally, once again, my wife and I use this box all the time. We go under most popular, and we start looking through the different series out there. One of my favorite shows right now is Big Bang Theory. And what's really awesome about this is once you go in, you notice it's got every single season of that particular show. So I mean, it's just amazing. My wife and I just got through doing like a binge watch on Big Bang Theory. It took us a few weeks to go through every single season, and this is the platform that we use it on. You can just simply go to a season, and it's got every single episode out there. Same thing, if you click on one of these, it goes out and finds the most reliable, quickest streaming server that's available to the system. Once again, you can also do searches once you get inside here. If you want to look up a certain person or a certain TV show, you can even go into like new episodes, and this shows you all the most recent episodes for all of the TV stations that it has, all the TV shows that it has access to, sorted by date of release here, which is very handy if you just want to go through and look at all the most recent episodes of TV shows. So this is Exodus, and like I said at the beginning, this is my particular favorite way of watching movies. There are lots of like recorded TV shows here, and this allows you to go back and watch all the previous episodes of movies, TV shows. But if you really want to watch TV, this is where the streaming movie box really shines, because built into the streaming movie box is a section in here. If you go back and you find where it says favorites, click on this, you'll see this right here. This is exclusive to the streaming movie box, and this is their live TV app. There are other applications out there that let you watch live TV, or so-called live TV. I think one being C Cloud TV and the other one is Sports Devil, but those are subpar compared to what this right here can do. This does require an extra subscription through streaming movie box, but it is so well worth it. If you go into this, go down here to live TV, and this is actually this is our a private server that we have access to that allows us to watch exclusive live TV that nobody else can do. And if you want to, it's easier to me personally. If I go up and click on this little thing and go to View, go to List, close that menu, you'll see all the icons here for each of the different TV stations that you have access to. And it always starts out with the UK stuff, such as the BBC, which is great if you're like into like Sherlock or something. You can actually watch these live when they come out on the BBC. If you keep scrolling, you'll see lots of UK TV stations, and then it gets into the premium movies. Now, this is where all of your Cinemax, HBO, Stars, the ones that you normally have to pay a service fee to get, or have cable or DirecTV and pay all these extra fees, all that comes with this exclusive streaming movie box TV app. Once again, there's none out there that can even compare to the selection you get here and the quality. These are all HD premium streams, and they're just amazing. So, like for instance, here we can go under, this is the Cinemax. We'll click on this one, and literally within seconds, you have a stream, an HD stream of this particular channel. So there's right there. So we'll just stop this one. We'll just go down and choose another one. So here's some of the HBO movies. We'll go into this one. Once again, give it a second, and there it is. You immediately are watching now HBO channels. If you see here, you got Stars, you've got Cinemax shows, and then you get into all of like your normal type TV shows such as ABC, CBS, NBC, the all West Coast. And then you get into here, you got all your East Coast feeds, and then you start going through. You know, so you have A&E, AMC, Food Network. If you're into food, click on Food Network, and now you're watching the Food Network. If you go through and let's see, CNN. If you're into news, you click on CNN.
Professionalism within the police department.
But Richard,
or if you're more into Fox News, you can and find Fox News.
I start spinning.
And as you notice, every single one of these is an HD feed, and these are exclusive for the streaming movie box. That's what makes this particular streaming movie box, in comparison to all of the other competitors out there, this one is just amazing. Every time I pull this thing up, I love it because there's so many options. There's so many things that we can go through and watch. If you have kids, there's Nick, there's Disney Channel, Spike TV, TBS, TNT, USA, pretty much anything you can get through any of the cable providers or dish providers, you can watch it out here, and it is so much better because you can watch it when you want to, how you want to watch it, and you're not having to pay those extra fees. If you keep going through here, you'll see all the rest of them: HDTV, True Network, just everything you can think about. And if you keep going, you'll even get into like a Canadian section here. There's lots of Canadian TV channels, and here's where it really shines. So if you keep going toward the bottom here, this is where all the sports are located, and this thing has a ton of sports channels. If you keep looking, you'll see all types of things in here, all your ESPNs. You even get down to your golf channels, the NFL Network. You click on this. Now, once again, these are exclusive channels you normally would have to pay extra for if you have like DirecTV. NHL, if you want to watch the NHL stuff, just like that. Within seconds, you're watching the HD feed of these channels.
And it looked as if she was trying to help Asuka against.
You just notice there's like tons of things to watch here. This is one of those apps that really make the streaming movie box shine in comparison to everybody else. And literally, you could just spend hours and hours going through all the different channels and seeing what all is out there, between the movies, which are all live, between the sports, which are all live, and these are all HD signals. Every time I pull one of these up, it's just amazing how clear it is, how fast it starts up. This is not like some of these, like the C Cloud or the Sports Devil. You're actually like trying to piggyback off of somebody else's server, and just the quality is never right, and you just never can tell if and when it's going to work. This thing is it's amazing what all you can do on here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get out of this. and go back out to the main screen. So really, once you open up Kodi, if you go straight to favorites and either go right into SMB for the live TV app or under Exodus for your pre-recorded movies and TV, really you can just get lost for days and days in here just watching tons and tons of TV shows and movies. And I'll just be honest, I've reviewed several other movie boxes out there, and none compared to this. The streaming movie box is the one that I recommend to all of my family and my friends, and this is the one I would recommend to you as well. Let me give you a quick tip on Kodi. Have you ever noticed with your computer, whether it's a laptop or a desktop or whatever it may be, if you go through and clean some things up and restart it, all of a sudden it's working better? Well, Kodi is kind of the same way. Once you watch so many TV shows and movies and do different things within it, it kind of gets bogged down sometimes, which is very normal the way they created the Kodi software. So to really eliminate that problem, the streaming movie box programmers have actually put something in there that's going to help you out greatly. If you go over where it says programs, and then you'll see the SMB wizard, go inside that, and then you go under maintenance and tools, and then general maintenance and fixes, and you'll see this clear cached, crash logs, textures, thumbnails, packages. Go through each of those. All you gotta do is click on it and say, are you sure? And it says delete. Give it a second and do every single one of these. Delete, textures, thumbnails, and then clear packages. And all you have to do is go back out and go to where it says power here, and you can just actually restart your Kodi system, and that thing will run so much better. If you ever notice it kind of bogging down on you and not wanting to function like it did when it first came out of the box, that will greatly help it. So if you're interested, go out to streamingmoviebox.com to go ahead and purchase your streaming movie box. And if you have any additional questions, please use our contact form on our website to request any additional information that you may be in need of. Thanks and have a great day.